Obama could have freed thousands of black people imprisoned by the Clinton-era draconian drug sentencing laws, but he chose not to. The Fair Sentencing Act reduced the crack powder cocaine disparity which put so many black people away for sometimes decades in prison. But it did nothing for those sentenced before its passage. Those people have no right to even request resentencing, in part because the Obama Justice Department filed court briefs against doing just that. Estimates vary, but Obama could have freed anywhere between 5,000 and 8,000 black people in one fell swoop. And having said that, I'm not going to hold my breath waiting for Black Lives Matter to take him on publicly or privately either. Why doesn't anyone protest when Obama speaks? He has contributed to the Clinton-era criminality, and he has done so without facing any of the hostility directed at the Clintons. It is true that as Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton made war against Libya, killed its president, and then laughed about it on camera, but she worked for Barack Obama when the crime was carried out. She had his approval every step of the way. She pressured the Haitian government to lower the minimum wage from 62 cents to 30 cents an hour, but again, her boss gave the go-ahead. She and Obama claimed the right to carry out extrajudicial killings, even of Americans, and they killed Anwar al-Awlaki and his teenage son. And if that doesn't merit protest, I don't know what does. After having destroyed, Obama was interviewed in the Atlantic magazine, the Obama Doctrine. It has his face on the cover looking, like a model or something. And he said, after destroying Libya, we, with the help of jihadists like ISIS, we're now told are the enemy, he blames Britain and France for the whole mess. There certainly is no honor amongst thieves. And in this interview, it said that he privately refers to Libya as the shitstorm. Like it's got nothing to do with him. Somebody just messed up somewhere. But where's the outrage? Why nickname Hillary as Killary, but not find a pithy name for the killer Barack Obama? Bill and Hillary are so easy to hate. But it isn't easy to explain why he was elected and re-elected with so much enthusiasm for black people. His racist statements and hers are no worse than Obama's. Obama used dog whistle politics and talked over black people's heads straight to white people. There's no reason to hate her for the same behavior exhibited by him. But Clinton's ability to get away with putting black people in jail or ending what was once a 60-year right to public assistance has to be examined. How did most of us say nothing or even applaud these actions? The truth is that black people, led by the misleaders, also revel in respectability politics and were eager to join white people in beating up the poor and with disastrous consequences. It's easy to point fingers now, but it is much easier to call names at the Clinton and then to ask why they succeeded with so little opposition from black people. It's easier to say feel the burn than to ask why accommodation and self-hatred were the order of the day, and black people in jail or on public assistance were so readily despised by so many of us. But we're propagandized about a lot of things, and we're propagandized into voting and dissuaded from doing anything else. Black people in particular are taught to worship the act of voting and not to respect the movement politics which accomplished so much. What are we told every 4 years? We're reminded that people died so we might have the right to vote. Yes, people died in the struggle against America's apartheid when it included the right to the franchise, but I don't think they died so that we could fall for the same foolishness every 4 years. They died for our freedom and for our citizenship rights. So as Glenn pointed out, there's nothing wrong with watching the two parties fall apart. In fact, there's a lot of reason to be happy.